Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to get into this Yamaha Grizzly four-wheeler that we got. We got to change the carburetor on, and I've already went into it a little bit. Took some of the plastic off, took the gas tank, the seat out, and so you get down in there to the carburetor. Really, it hasn't been that bad of a job. I think so far, the worst part was getting the shut off on the petcock on the gas tank, getting it off so you get the tank out of the frame, because the the shut off on the petcock is that long, and it goes just roughly right in here. And as you can see, it hits the frame, and the way that the tank's made and how it sets above the carburetor, you really don't have enough room to like tilt one side of it up and bring it out. So you got to take that petcock out. It's got these two little Phillips head screws right here that go on, one here, one down here, that hold the petcock to the shut-off valve on the tank. And I mean, as you can see, got the front rack off because I'd take this cover off so you could get to the two front mounting bolts on the gas tank. There's one there and one on the other side, the handlebars. You know, the seat, we took the seat out. We took the gas tank out. After you take the tank out, there's a plastic, it's right here, like this plastic pan that sits right on top of the frame here. It just sits on there. It holds these wires up, and there's a couple zip ties right through there you'll have to cut off. You know, just hold so you can pull the harness out of the way so you can get in there to get to the screws on the petcock. And we still have to unhook our throttle cable. You will unhook it up here on the handlebars. You'll take these three screws out right here, unhook the cable off the little mechanism under this cover, pull the cable down through the handlebars. I mean, it's not in the handlebars, it's just zip tied up to the outside of them, so you don't have to worry about that, fishing it in and out of the inside. And then we'll take this clamp right here, we'll take it loose. We'll take this clamp here loose, and then we should be able to get the carburetor off. And here's our new carburetor right here. I mean, it come complete. It's ready to go. You take it out of the box, you bolt it to the engine, and you hook everything back up, and you're riding. So it's a real nice piece. It even comes with a new cover that goes right here, and the three new little mounting screws for the cover. This is where your throttle cable, the other end of it, once it comes off the thumb throttle on the handlebars, this is where it hooks into. It hooks in right here. It just loops around and hooks in right here. So, like I said, I mean, it's complete. It's complete, ready to go. It's pretty nice little part, actually. It come off I didn't order it. The lady that owns the four-wheeler, she ordered it. She got it off an eBay store, and I don't know the name of the store, but it looks like a really nice part. I mean, I was reading the paperwork on it, and it says you should not have to make any adjustments. That it's plug and play. Take your old one off, put the new one on, hook everything up, hit the key, and you're riding. So we'll see. And we're going to put a spark plug in it while we have it here. She got a new spark plug for it and a new oil filter, so we're going to change the oil in it, put a spark plug on it, put this carburetor on, and we'll go from there. She was complaining that it's hard to start, and this thing, it was a bitch to start. It would always flood, and I tried adjusting the carburetor on, but everything's half-ass froze up on it. So I just told her to buy a new carburetor. We'll go from there, and we'll get this thing going. But I noticed this when I was tearing it apart. We got race ready, boys. K&N oil filter. Cute little bastard. I'll give it that much. I think she just got just a factory Yamaha replacement oil filter and oil for it. So we'll pick this back up after we get it going. You know, we'll get the old carb off, get the new one on. We'll get all the plastics on it and the seat back on it. I think I'm going to have her just pick up a new air filter for it, because the one that was in here was awfully fucking dirty. So we'll probably have her pick up a new one, and we'll see if we can't get this lady's bike out there on the trail again. We'll see here in a little bit. Okay, we got the old carburetor off. Real simple, it was real easy. I think anybody could handle this, is why I really didn't get into a how-to, and this really just ain't what this channel is about. But I just figured I'd share this. Just share this with you guys. You know, we're waiting on parts to come in for the car, and figured we'd just get into this a little bit. There is a couple little pieces on here that you want to take off to put onto your new carburetor, like this hose here for your breathers and everything. You want to put that on. Your new carburetor already has this on, this hose, but you will need to take this off to put back on the bike. So you will need that. Your throttle cable right here, it just hooks in right to there. You just pull the slack through, pull it up over. Just hooks up just like a throttle body on a Mustang. Same concept, same idea. Just pull the slack out, pull the ball out, pull the cable out through the hole, and you'll want to find it on here. Your choke cable actually screws in right here. So you want to pull that off, because you'll need it for your brand new carburetor. You see the choke? I want to set this down so I don't drop it. Your choke goes right here. In that, you unscrew this piece so you can hook your cable up to this. And this is that hose I was telling you about right here. The one that you don't need, that's on the new one. You just need that white piece, that little check valve off the end of it. They was kind enough to include the hose on the new carb. And then your throttle cable, like I said, once you get it on, goes right here, hook it around, push the pin in, hook it back up there to the thumb throttle on it, and you're good to go. Now, like I was telling you guys earlier, this carburetor is supposed to be factory set. You don't have to piss with it. You shouldn't have to set any screws, do anything with it. They said, according to paperwork, it's plug and play. Just bolt it on and go with it. But we're going to end this video right here. Just a little quick video I wanted to share with you guys. I was getting kind of bored out here tearing this apart by myself, so I figured I'd share it with you guys on YouTube there. And maybe when you guys have a Yamaha Grizzly and you're needing to put a carburetor on it, it ain't that bad really. I don't know what the new carburetor costs. I don't think it was very much. But, you know, four-wheeler parts are, for all the more they are, they're kind of expensive. But I don't think she paid a lot for it when she bought the carburetor. And before I post the video, I'll get a hold of the owner on it, find out where she bought the carburetor at. Maybe I'll put a link up in the description of, you know, where she got it at. That way, if you guys have one, you know, you can order it. Go to that link and order it. But I do know of a place, I've dealt with them a few times in the past, Jake's Small Engines. I found them on the internet. I was looking for a steering shaft for a Troy-built riding mower, and I stumbled across this place on the internet, on a Google search. And this dude, he's like Summit, Jags, and Rock Auto, and LMR all rolled up into one place. But it's for like small engines, like his name says, lawn mowers, riding tractors, four-wheelers, dirt bikes. I'll get a link going to that. If you guys need to buy any parts for anything like that, like a lawnmower or a four-wheeler, snow blowers, pressure washers. I just ordered a piston and stuff for my air compressor in my garage. Went on the internet to find out where I could get one. I really don't want to spend the money right now on a new one, so I'm just gonna put a Band-Aid on this one and rebuild the compressor on it. Maybe I can get a few more years out of it. And I didn't know it at the time when I was buying lawnmower parts off this guy, but he sells rebuild kits for air compressors, and they're dirt cheap. And I haven't had no problems with his parts before. They got pretty good customer service. He's real quick at getting the parts out. So I'll get a link up in this video for that. He's well worth looking into on all of his small engine parts. And it's not just engines. Like I said, I bought a steering shaft for a Troy-built Bronco riding mower off this guy. My neighbor stripped the gear out on the end of his steering shaft, and his lawnmower quit turning. I don't know how in the hell you do something like that. But my old buddy Barge up the street, he tore it up. So, and I found this place. I think the new steering shaft, and there's was like a thrust washer underneath of it that had like a hex head on it where it sat down in the frame of the mower. I think that, a new belt, and the steering shaft with shipping, I think was like $32, $36. So check him out. I'll get you guys a link in the description for it if you ever need anything like that for a compressor or lawnmower, dirt bike, four-wheeler, motorcycle, whatever. If it's got a small engine on it, that cat, he's probably got what you need. But I'm going to end it right there. I'm not going to get into and bore you guys to death on putting this four-wheeler back together. I mean, it's pretty much, cut and dry. You take the old one off, put the new one on, transfer a couple parts, you're good to go. And there's 100 videos on YouTube about four-wheeler carburetor replacement. So we're not going to get into it. I just wanted to share it with you what I had going on today. Like, subscribe, comment, and keep it real out there, guys.